Serial killers. Their victims can be found in every state across America. Some killers get away with murder, while many others are caught. But rarely does a killer get caught and then acquitted of the murders he committed. Such is the case of Thomas Dee Huskey. They called him the Zoo Man, and he got away with the murder of not only one, but 4 victims. Born on August 20th, 1960, Thomas Dee Huskey was the son of Frank Dee Huskey and Jessie Quarles. Not much is known about his childhood, and he led a fairly invisible life up until his nightmare began in 1991. Around that time, Huskey worked for the zoo in Knox County, Tennessee. To local prostitutes, he became known as the Zoo Man, as frequently his encounters with them would be behind the zoo itself. Over time, many prostitutes refused to go with Huskey, as word began to spread that while he would invite them behind the zoo for sex, he would end up tying them up and brutalizing them. These crimes did not go unreported, as shortly before his killings began, a young local prostitute went to the police with a story of being tied up and beaten and raped by Huskey. She even took police to the site where it happened, a local area in the woods, almost like a camping site, where many local men would take prostitutes. Upon coming to the site, Huskey was found there with another young woman. She was tied and on her knees. Huskey was raping and beating her. Huskey was arrested, but all charges on him were dropped, as both young women were prostitutes, and they did not want to incriminate themselves. It was this event that seemed to be the catalyst towards Huskey's killings. His urge to rape and brutalize young women still in the forefront of his mind, but he feared getting caught again. The solution to Huskey was quite clear. He would get rid of any evidence of his wrongdoings. On October 20th, 1992, the first of Thomas Dee Huskey's victims was found by a local man who had stopped for a bathroom break. In a shallow grave in the woods, he found the body of the first victim. Over the next several days, 3 more bodies would be found. The victims, Patricia Rose Anderson, Patricia Ann Johnson, and Susan E. Stone, were all believed to be prostitutes. His 4th victim, Darlene Smith, was not. Huskey was the only person of interest in this case and was soon arrested for these crimes. But here is where things seem to get even weirder. Huskey would confess to the murders of the 4 women, but in his signed confession, he would sign the waiver as Kyle Huskey. Huskey claimed that Kyle was an alternate personality, and that Kyle was the one who had raped and brutalized all the women. In every interview with Huskey, he would always claim that Kyle was the one who did it. And in some interviews, the personality of Kyle would even come out to discuss the crimes. And just when you think it couldn't get weirder, there were other statements given by another alter ego, Philip Dax, who said that Kyle was out to hurt Thomas and that Philip Dax was trying to protect him. In one line of questioning, Huskey was given an IQ test and found to only have an IQ of 84, which is borderline mental disability. As in the state of Tennessee, there is no way for a jury to find someone not guilty by reason of insanity. Jurors could have found Huskey guilty of all 4 crimes. However, the judge decided that there were several missteps given by the prosecution during the case, and the charges for murder were thrown out. In the end, 2 juries found Huskey guilty of multiple rapes committed before the killings were done, but a jury in 1999 deadlocked on the murder charges. In October of 2005, 13 years after the discovery of the first body, District Attorney General Randy Nichols gave up on the murder case, and the criminal court judge Richard Bumgarner dismissed those charges. Huskey continues to serve a 64-year sentence for rape at the South Central Correctional Facility in Clifton, Tennessee. He qualified for parole in 2012, but was not allowed to take parole. The truth about Husky's alter egos will probably never be known. At least he is off the streets and cannot harm anyone else. Although justice for the women he murdered will never be seen.